the B-Class custom side of things here at GC Sports, wrapping up the week. We're headed to Chicagoland, where we've been all week, and normally in the booth with me I have Den Kate, but he's one of them Canadians, and it's Canadian Thanksgiving up there, so happy Thanksgiving to the Canadians listening. We have the real Thanksgiving in November, but we're going to move on there. But with me in the booth tonight, I have my good friend Leo, a.k.a. Long Live the Sauce. How are you, Leo?
I'm doing good tonight, Clay. It's a pleasure to be here tonight.
And we've got a good one in store, and here in the booth with us for an IRR opportunity is Mr. Travis Tyson. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm ready to go ahead and get it on.
And yeah, we've got a good one in store tonight, and looks like we got the starting lineup. And just want to shout out the 77. That's Ward Burton. He was your winner on the C Customs last night at Chicagoland, and he's jumping up and racing in the B class with us tonight. I know we're pretty excited to have him in the league, and excited to see what he adds to this group here tonight. And so we got our starting lineup. On the front row is Bro Chase and Bad Fast Marley. That's interesting, with a couple of the pro guys sitting a little bit further down the order. Mike RPM at 4th, and the Bear in 6th. And last night's winner, Ward Burton, sitting in 3rd.
That's who I'm looking at tonight, Clay. That's gonna be one of the top guys tonight, I feel like.
Who's that?
Ward Burton.
Okay. Who is in 5th, Travis?
Let me see. Starting 5th is Taddy.
Alright, so 5th belongs to Taddy. 7th belongs to Coach Matt. A good effort from him tonight in that 24. Leo, you drive the 24 on Monday nights. I guess that's pretty good to see the 24 running that well.
So it's a good time to see a Hendrick car up front.
8th will belong to DK Brown. Who is 9th?
Racehead.
Racehead qualifies in the 9th position. 10th belongs to Country Caliber. How about 11th and 12th?
That's P-Cola and Sledge.
Wow.
And
a couple of faster guys.
They got the exact same time as well.
13th will belong to B. Holcomb. A couple of strong Wednesday night guys from a season ago, a little bit further down the field. Who is 14th and 15th?
Shackett and then myself.
And then rounding out the field in 16th is KB Showtime.
Yeah. So after hearing all of that, who you got tonight, Clay?
For tonight, I'm going to take. I'm going to go with the Bear. I think he's going to be pretty strong tonight. You know, checking out a little bit of the pre-race chatter from earlier in the day, he seems pretty confident. So give me the 95 to go to victory lane.
That's certainly a great option there.
What about you, Sauce? Who do you have?
I'm going to go with Aqua Taddy.
To go back to back to back.
3 in a row, boys.
I'm gonna go with it's your Bro Chase.
The pole sitter.
Yep. He won last week.
So, Travis, just let me know when we can join up there.
I sure will.
Leo, what are your keys to the race tonight?
Key number 1 key is you want to stay in the draft. You want to stay up front as often as possible. You don't want to lose that draft. And you want to keep your car on the lead pack so you don't get too strung out.
I'd say another key to the race tonight is getting in and out of pit road cleanly, whether that be avoiding a speeding penalty, avoid wrecking on or off. Apparently I didn't know what I was doing on Monday, wrecked myself a couple times, but I feel like these guys will be able to make it happen tonight without wrecking, getting in or off.
Yeah, that's going to be a challenge for some of these guys, especially with tire wear. Spinning those tires coming out of pit road as well. It's going to be tricky. Luckily there are cautions in this, so you'll get lucky here and there if you do spin out. Mondays, Wednesdays, no cautions in there, so it's a little bit more of a dogfight.
Alright, we're loading in, guys.
Alright, I'm going to blue screen right now. And we are back.
And, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share.
Let's see, Do the Do sitting in the chat. He's one of our Monday drivers. Good to see you.
Alright, we're going green.
As we continue to load in.
Fully loaded. We are green here at Chicagoland Speedway.
As Bro Chase takes it down into turns 1 and 2, closely followed behind there by the 2 of Bad Fast Marley as he gets up the inside of him. 5 might have got the wall off the corner. The 77 gives some help. There goes Mike RPM. Yep, he did. So gonna lead the first lap. It belongs to Bad Fast Marley. Looking bad fast right now. There's your guy there in second, Ward Burton.
Yes, and I expect this front pack to really get going in a straight line here soon. Nice 5 cars be making a pass right there.
See, did he? He might have. I was kind of looking further back in the pack there. It looks like he's worked his way up to 4th already. But, Ward Burton gonna run high up off the corner. He's gonna get up. Yep, he's making that high lane work, and he's looking alongside the 2 for the race lead.
We're racing for it. And you don't want to get that low line going and get hung out there on the outside for a little bit.
Yeah. And I should mention that the 44 and the 95 are both friends, so...
Well, there's no friends on the racetrack, boys.
So that's your top 4. Sitting in 5th is the 24 of Coach Matt. A good start to the race for him. He was one of those guys that just snuck in.
Big move by the 44 down on the 2 right there going into turns 3. Running along with Ward Burton here. And he's going to make the pass there cleanly. To the lead is the 44 of Mike RPM.
The real loser there is going to be the 2 of Marley. He's going to slip back to maybe even that 5th position as Taddy looks to the inside of him.
They're getting real racy up front.
Got some contact. The 2's going to get in the wall.
Double file going in here. Yeah, some of these guys they don't want to wait around. They want to get up to the front. They want to stay there.
Yeah, Marley falls all the way outside of the top 5 there, Leo.
Yeah, he dipped back there real quick. You don't want to get out of that draft. Even with our pole setter, it's your bro Chase. He's back there. You saw him get loose in the first lap.
And there's your pick sitting there in 4th. Aqua Taddy in that 37.
Yeah, he's just buying his time here. Right now, you just want to get a good 5 to 6 cars, line up, get you some, stretch your legs a bit, and get away from the rest of the pack. That's ultimately what you want to do. And I think these guys understand that and want to do that.
Got a breakaway of about 6.
We got guys going 3 wide behind them almost. And that's where you really separate. That's going to be a big separation point for this race.
Ooh, I watched the 19 wash up the track. It's Picola Gator. No, it's not. The 19's B. Holcomb, yeah. For some reason, I'm used to him being in the 19 on Friday evenings.
And Pete Cole is trying to get himself out of that second pack there, trying to get around the 2 car. Or he's going to push him 1.
And I saw back here this group of 4. It's Shackett, Showtime, Sludge, and Travis. Y'all are starting to catch this little pack up here.
Yep. I think we put longer run setups in our cars.
As Travis looks to the bottom of the 88.
And up front, we have the 77 getting hung out on the outside here. Oh, and he scrapes the wall back. And back into the line he goes. We got 6 cars leading the pack here.
Good run so far for the 18 of DK Brown. He's sitting 5th on the racetrack right now.
Second group trying to get organized, trying to catch this lead pack here. And we have a battle for the lead here, the 95 underneath the 44. And he's going to take that going into turns 1. Rapatati right behind him. And followed by Istra Road Chase. I'm correct in that. Road Chase.
Yep, I do not see Flash 9 in the field. He was your Season 1 Wednesday champion. I guess he just didn't make it in tonight. That's an interesting development.
And if they want to make up points, that's the time to do it. 95 to the lead with the 37, followed by him is Mike RPM or Burton in that front lead pack.
A lot of action going on in that second pack there. Leo, you want to take a look at what's going on back there?
We got a bunch of guys they're not organized. Still guys jockeying for position there. We have the one going inside of the 14. Good trial. That's just going to cause nothing for their cause. It's not going to give them any much draft to the lead pack.
Travis, is this race a 100% race?
No, it's 50%. But there's no stages.
So we forgot to mention this, but you have to make at least 5 stops in this race, right?
There's 4 pit stops.
What lap are we on?
120 laps to go. You get about 30 to 31 gallons of the tank.
'95's going to go to the high side. Yeah, we got to. Yep.
Aqua Patty to the lead, followed by Mike RPM with Istra Chase Bro behind him, followed by the 18 and the 77. And you can see if you get hung out on the outside right there, you're going back.
Exactly.
You might as well just go to the back of the line and just try to get some, save some tires, save some fuel back there.
Yeah, you can also, if some guys are running a save gear, so they might be able to save some fuel and just have to pit maybe 4 times.
The 44 uses a good run off the corner. We'll see if he tries to make a pass here on Taddy. He will.
Very low. And if these guys keep passing each other, that's only going to help the second pack get to the...
Yeah, Pico has fallen out of our group.
Really?
Wow.
Picola shuffled to the back.
Yep, Picola shuffled to the back, along with the 88 of KB Showtime and the 8 of Sludge. Now, Travis, correct me if I'm wrong, but Sludge was the regular season champion for the Thursday night group, correct?
No, he was not. Oh, well, regular season, yes. I'm sorry. Yes, regular season, he was the champion, correct. And then he couldn't make the playoffs.
I'm going to be interested to see if this second group can find a way, but they are really disconnected right now.
Super loose off a turn, too.
Yeah, I saw that up there, riding on board with the leader of the second group. That's the 19 of B. Holcomb. He was a championship contender on Wednesday nights, but he got eliminated early in the playoffs after a little bit of a rough stretch and finished the season strong. He finished runner-up in the championship race, and he's looking for a solid run here in this little season that we have going on.
It's definitely a sprint. Definitely a sprint of the season. You know, 1 or 2 bad races, and that could just knock your chances out of advancing.
Yep, I know how that feels. Guess that's where I'm at right now.
And we got a... Oh, I thought Aquatati was gonna... Took a peek at the lead there.
So you have the front 6 that are by themselves, and then you have a group of 4. That's going to round out your top 10. Looking at the battle for 11th right now between the 13 of Travis Tyson and then the 49 of Justin Shackett. Looks like a pretty good battle out there. I wonder how that's going.
I passed him. It's not a battle anymore.
We saw him up in the top 5, and now all of a sudden, Leo, the 24 of Coach Matt has fallen outside of the top 10.
Yeah, some of these guys maybe, you want to test your setup, see if it lasts in the long run. You don't want to be real fast in the first 10 laps and then fall off super quick. Oh, into the wall is the 49 there. And we have a battle for the lead up front. Aquatati to the inside of Mike RPM, followed by the 95 car behind Aquatati.
Yep, the 77's going to use a run to the outside with some help from the 5 in a battle for the 4th spot. A bit of jostling for position up here at the front group.
Yeah, more than what I thought there would be.
Ooh, some contact with the 77 and the 18. It's going to be interesting going into 3, and they settle it out.
77 is making his presence known.
Yeah, you're right, though. That 18 is really, really loose right now.
It's coming off of 2. There's a groove there. If you hit it wrong, it's going to send you into the inside of the backstretch.
'77 going to look to the, or excuse me, the 95 looking to the inside of the 44 for second.
And with all that, Aquatati gets a little bit of a lead, but the draft is gonna reel him back in, I feel like.
A little bit of contact between the 5 and the 18.
You know, how long until we see a possibility of green flag pit stops?
I'm gonna say probably in about 5 laps.
Right, so we should be seeing green flag pit stops here shortly.
And the tendency here in league racing is for pit stops to shake up the field a little bit. We'll have to see just how well these guys execute.
And that's gonna be that's gonna make or break some of these guys' races right here, right now.
'95 goes to the inside of the 37. Oh, we almost went 3 wide. I believe Taddy might have got the wall. Yeah, Taddy might have gotten the wall there.
You don't want to lose the lead now.
Look at the 77 getting up there into the mix.
We're getting a little racy here.
Guess people just want the track position heading into pit road.
Alright, I think we're gonna start seeing pit stops. Marley just indicated he's pitting.
Alright, so we have a few takers in the back. We have the 2 coming down pit road.
He's going to be the first person to hit pit road in this race.
he spun a little bit going into this pit road.
Yeah, he came in way too hot.
Not a good entry for him. There was a 6-car break off here in the front.
Yeah, I'm keeping the broadcast there. None of those guys have signaled yet.
No one coming in this lap. If anybody signals now.
DK Brown? Maybe DK Brown heading to pit road? He's dropped off the sleep pack a little bit.
Let's see.
He keeps it. Yeah, he keeps it on the racetrack.
Still no takers.
It's still a solid run here for DK Brown. He definitely has the toughest handling car of this front six, but he's doing.
To hang on to that draft as long as possible.
Yep, he's doing a job here. These 5 cars in front of him are pretty wound up in terms of both speed and handling. They all look pretty good. His looks kind of loose, but he's doing a good job hanging in there. But he's starting to lose his front pack a little bit. As I catch up here with the 2 of Bad Fast Marley, he's working the back straightaway.
Is in the pits. A little bit of strategy here. We'll see whose works out. There's probably going to be 15 different strategies here tonight. Is that a signal right there?
Oh, Holcomb's in the wall.
Yep. Holcomb got the wall. I see the 11 and 19 are pitting this time around. Oh,
Yeah.
We got some action. Oh, the 95 barely made pit road. Oh, we're around on the front straightaway. Who's that?
88's coming in.
Shackett goes around.
19's in, 24's in, number 1's in. A lot of guys pitting. Trav's in there.
Almost didn't make it in.
Still on the racetrack. Still on the racetrack. So 77 of Ward Burton and Bro Chase, as well as DK Brown. DK Brown's headed for pit road. Yep. That's the tendency, though, Leo. If you've not seen Bro Chase race, he will stay out pretty much as long as possible.
No, I've seen that work out a lot of times.
I see Shackett not very happy with KB Showtime in the chat.
Interesting. And we have the 44, 95, 37 coming out of pit. As we see the 77 and the 5 come into pit now.
Yeah, the 5 came in just a bit hot there, but I think he should be okay.
19's in the grass coming out of turn 2. Holcomb. The 8's coming in the pit. The 18's just now coming off pit road. Okay.
The 18 must have had a speeding penalty then. Maybe he didn't.
I think he pitted a lap after them. Is the 95 showing as a leader, Trav?
Still the 77, but I'll let you know here in a minute.
Okay.
It should be the 95. Taddy's kind of lost some ground here to the 95 and the 44. Of course, the 95 and the 44 both are 2 pro leaguers, so 2 of the stronger guys in this competition.
And 77's coming off pit road now.
Yep, that'll...
95 just passed him for the lead.
Yep. 95 for the leader. Followed by Aqua Taddy, followed by Mike RPM in 3rd. Ward Burton in 4th. And is that it's your Bro Chase in 5th?
Travis, where are you at?
I'm in 10th.
Alright.
Coming out of turn 4, I've got Country Cowboy and Racehead right in front of me.
Saw a little bit of lag out of somebody. I believe it might have been P. Cola. Maybe it wasn't.
Strange.
Maybe it wasn't. It might have been... You know what? I'll tell you what. It might have been B. Holcomb. I don't know. Somebody did.
This is the, what car number?
I didn't see. It looked like a white car, but I don't think it was you, Trav, because I was on board with you. Might have been the 11, in fact.
No, he's in front of me. He hasn't lagged at all. Now it could have been Shackett.
It's whoever's up in front of the 2. DK Brown.
That's DK Brown.
He could very well be loose, you know.
Yeah, he lost a lot of ground there on those pit stops.
We got the 37 and the 44 behind the 95. I don't know if they're losing ground and if they're maybe going to try to draft their way back to him, but starting to see a lot of cars get strung out here.
And I just noticed we did have a pass for second there. Taddy goes around Mike RPM for second.
Yep.
They look to be catching him, perhaps. I'm going to look here at Taddy's stream and see if they're catching him a little bit.
Nobody's checking in on that. We thank everybody for joining us tonight down in the chat for GC Sports here at Chicagoland Speedway. This is your B Group Customs.
Yep, sitting out front of the field is the 95 of the Bear. My pick to win tonight looking real strong right now. With Leo's pick sitting right there in second. It's the 37 of Aqua Taddy.
And they're gonna have to work today to get back up to the first. How much were they behind them?
I didn't see because Taddy keeps. They're 1.1 seconds behind him now.
Okay.
I saw a couple cars trying to catch up to this lead pack, trying to figure out who that was.
Looks like the 77 and the 5. They're on pressure tires, so they're trying to get around the 37 and 44 here. For me, you know, might let those guys go past you with the fresher tires, try to pick up their draft and just follow them to the lead.
Well, that's the idea that Taddy had, but the 44 makes that a little bit more difficult. 5 gives a shot to the 77. We'll see if they can clear him off a 4 here. Looks like they will.
All right.
Well, that was close.
They're gonna have to get in line to catch the Bear at this point, for sure. And I think they have the horses to do so.
The gap is 2 seconds right now, and it was 1.1 a little bit ago. So, believe that.
The Bear is stretching his legs.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I think the 77 and the 5 are going to pull away from the 44 and 37.
It might just be a tandem at that point. And just behind them, we have the 18. Trying to pick and the 77's real loose off of 2.
He must have been tight there on that first run. I didn't really notice that. He looked like he had a pretty good car.
And you could be on fresh tires, and if you just hit that groove wrong, it'll send you.
Yeah, but the 40 or the 95 continues to maintain that gap over the 5. Oh, 5 gets the wall off of 4. Kind of a big run on him down here on the front straightaway.
Racehead's in the grass. Racehead's spinning by himself.
The 1 is around.
So the 5 hit the wall. He's still in that lead of that second pack. And that could hurt their progress. But it looks like they're catching him.
Yes, now they are catching him 100%. Travis, where are you at?
I'm in 9th now, and I'm coming off 4.
Here's the interesting thing here, Leo, is the 1 is coming back up on track after his spin, and he's going to blend right in here with the leaders. That's going to be interesting to see how this gets handled.
If I'm him, I'm getting out of the way as soon as possible. Just go high, let him go underneath you. There's really no sense of racing at that point.
Now, what they might do here, especially the 5 of Bro Chase, he might lag back a little bit to get some draft from this 1. to perhaps get him closer to that 95.
I think you gotta get around him as soon as possible. Unless he has fresher tires than you.
I don't believe he does.
Yeah, you gotta. We'll see. Who's that in the one?
That's Racehead.
Okay. He's gonna go high, let this group go underneath him. Or no, okay.
Yeah, and he's blocking the 5 now. What an interesting move.
It looked like the 5 went up behind him, but I wasn't sure if that was the case.
I'm not sure that I think it matters because they're still catching that 95.
Yeah, it's impeding just a little bit there. But hey, everybody, you want to fight your way back on the lead lap. That is, you can't blame us for that.
Now we have a pack of what's going to end up being 5 because the 5 now has the draft for the 95.
Mm-hmm.
How many laps to go, Trav?
87.
I'm going to see at least 3 more pit stops, correct?
That's the plan.
It looks like your bro Chase has a little bit more speed than the 77, unless the 77 is holding a little bit back there.
Bro Chase, a member of the Championship 4 on Wednesday nights. He finished, I believe let's see, where did he finish out of the 4? I believe he finished 4th of the 4 because he lagged out. That's right. In the championship race, he lagged out with about, I don't know, something like 20 or 30 to go.
That's gotta be, wow.
He might have been like, when he lagged out, I believe he was 2nd or 3rd in the championship.
Man, that's tough. And do we see the 5 trying to get around him right here?
I think we do.
And now the 95 and the 37, they pitted before everyone in this pack, correct?
I believe they did.
Okay.
Oh!
Ooh, the apron is the 44, and he's around. The 44 is around.
Hard into the outside wall, and he almost collected Taddy there.
18 gets around. And 44 continues on, and no caution there.
I'm not sure if he just got loose or what happened there. He got the apron.
And then he just turned around and he tried to save it.
I don't know if he was looking to try to pass Taddy, but he really... I don't really know what happened there. And here comes the 11 down the back straightaway, looking to get a run on this 44. We'll see how the 40... Yeah, we'll see how this 44 picks it back up and gets back after it.
That's going to be tough right there.
That was a rare mistake for Mike RPM.
And with that kind of involving Taddy just a little bit there,
he lost a lot. He lost a lot.
That's going to leave this front pack here. It's the 95 of the Bear, the 77 of Ward Burton, and the 5 of Bro Chase. And back in behind him in the 4th position is Aqua Taddy. He's sitting back there with the 1 of Racehead. Racehead's a lap down, if you're just now tuning in. He had a spin on the front straightaway in the grass. Kind of picked up with this lead pack a little bit after falling a lap down. And then the 44 of Mike RPM just went around about 3 or 4 laps ago. And he's trying to rebound as we got the 2 on pit road.
Oh, and the 95 into the wall right there. That sends the 77 into the grass going along the front straightaway. Wow, the 95 retains the lead.
Are we approaching pit stops?
Kind of early in my opinion, but yes.
Here goes the 5 underneath the 95, almost for a second there.
77's getting the draft back from that. What a save by both cars right there.
And I'll tell you who else is getting that draft. It's the 37 of Taddy, and he's going to work his way back up here. Don't look now, but sitting in that 5th position is DK Brown. He's fought a loose car all night long, but he's sitting there in that 5th spot.
You know, the spot in that 5th spot right there, you just want to maintain the rest of this race. In all honesty, that's a good finishing spot. As long as you minimize mistakes, there you should get a top 5.
Oh, 95 gets loose. Yes, he does, and the 5 goes around for the race lead.
There comes 77 now.
Showtime's lagging.
Yep, that's going to allow the 5 to stretch his lead out here a little bit. That's the biggest lead any leader has had all night. Other than when the 95 had him for about 3 seconds.
95 had him for a good bit there. Aqua Patty back with this lead group.
We catch back up with Mike RPM, who I believe is still sitting there in that 6th spot. So he managed to gather it back up.
You never know when these guys pit road entry, you know, could have a mistake and he could get back up there.
Exactly.
No matter what happens, you want to keep it rolling.
Now since Taddy's back into the picture here, they're starting to reel this 5 back in just a little bit.
Oh, this is far from over.
We still have about three, maybe even 4 more pit stops, depending on what happens here. And cautions are on, correct?
They are. We should see a majority of pit stops here next time.
Yep, saw the 1 on pit road. Somebody else is on pit road. Yep, that's Picola. He's sitting there on pit lane. Looks like the 49 of Shackett's headed down this time. Travis, you're out here all by yourself. How's your race going, bud?
It's better than it has the first couple of weeks, but let's not jinx it.
Oh, 24th coming in the pit, signaling there. As we have the 5, the 95, the 77, and the 37 in this lead pack up front.
95 coming down. Yep.
37 coming as well.
They're going to have to because they pitted before the 5 and the 77.
And if this continues, it looks like maybe the 5... Oh, 95, a little bit of a spin there coming on.
I think he got in there all right.
Continues the 5 and the 77. Should even out in the end.
Yeah, and how about a shout out for this 77? He was your winner last night. He's not normally part of this field. The 77 doesn't normally win here in GC Sports, but he got it done last night, and he's already looking pretty strong running up here with this front pack. Some of our week-to-week contenders for this race win. Good job out of 77.
77 definitely knows what he's doing out there.
He got the wall there going into 1 a little bit. 44 of Mike RPM and the 18 of DK Brown are on pit lane.
37, 95 coming out now.
Let's see their execution getting on and off of pit road here. You see that white line there? That is the white line of death. I would know that firsthand. 95 almost stretched it there a little bit. That was a little bit early of a merge. Because it's deadly, I know.
You got the dots.
I see the 88 on pit road. That's KB Showtime.
Oh, wow. Someone going through the grass there.
DK Brown headed off a pit lane. See a battle here, I believe, for a spot inside the top 10. It's the 11 and the 19.
Now, 17 and the 77 and 5 coming in.
I see the 8 on pit lane.
I almost wrecked the leaders. I didn't realize they were pitting.
Are you leading, Trav?
Oh no,
Trav, Trav was going through the grass. I saw that.
No, I came out on a pit road right behind the leaders, and I didn't realize they were pitting, and That was close. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Who's the leader right now?
Road Chase, he's still on pit road.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a look at these two, see if they got in cleanly, and see how clean they are getting off.
We have the 95 and 37 coming around.
Yep, they look like they had clean entries. Yep, there goes the 95 and the 37 on by. As they catch up to the 49 of Shackett, he must have had a speeding penalty. The 5 has an excellent exit off of pit road there. He gaps that 77 just a little bit. That's interesting. We'll see how the 49 affects this lead too.
Right.
Leo. And Leo, these two guys were our picks tonight, and they continue to look like two of the best, I don't know, 4 or 5 cars here in this race. It's almost like we know what we're doing up here.
We know talent when we see it.
Of course, the 95 of the Bear. This paint scheme that he's running is actually his Pro League paint scheme. You see Harbin there on the back of the race car there. That is Josh Harbin driving that 95 here tonight. Oh, and some contact with the 49.
That's okay. You just got a little washed up a little too much.
Like I mentioned.
What a treat to have a Pro Leaguer with his own paint scheme and car in here.
I'll just quickly mention Mike RPM, that is Mike Brass. He is also a Pro Leaguer, and that is also his paint scheme. You'll see Brass on the back side of the window there. So 2 Pro Leaguers in here. And then, of course, your pick. The 37 of Aquatati, he's our league CEO, and he's had quite the start to this little bit of a fun season here, winning the first 2 races of the season, first one at Talladega, and a thriller at the line. And then, of course, last week, he gets the win at Atlanta. And what I also recall, I wasn't able to broadcast that race, but I've heard it was a thriller. Trav, was it a thriller last week?
Yeah, it was.
That's what I thought. But he's your pick, Leo.
Aquatati. And all it takes is one mistake here or there and he's right there to pounce. How far back are our third and fourth drivers right now? That's the 77 and
5. Yep.
And they're both okay. They're not too far behind. Looks like they will catch them before this runs up. They've already pitted twice and 2 more pits.
And while we're on it here, Trav, your pick was Bro Chase. He's sitting in 3rd. So the broadcast booth picks are 1, 2, and 3 right now. What position are you in, Travis?
I'm in 12th.
12th. Who's up in front of you? Who's 11th?
KB Showtime, and right in front of him is B Holcomb.
Okay, so we'll get a look at that there. Okay. And Bad Fast Marley's up there, the 11, and then the 24. Believe that's for 8th, 9th, and 10th. And Leo, the 5 and 77 are 100% catching these front 2.
Oh yeah, they're gonna catch them.
I got another lap car, Shackett, also helping out a little bit here too. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to tonight's race. We're having a good time up here on this Thursday evening. So we wrap up this week in GC Sports.
Yeah, I think it's really going to come down to that last pit stop here. Going through this round, this cycle of pits, same way, then probably right the same next time, and then that fourth one's going to really set the race in.
Five and 77 have caught our leaders, just like that. As we look forward to the next week in GC Sports, all 4 divisions are headed for the Pocono Raceway.
Wow, the tricky triangle.
And tricky it will be. Yes, it will.
Can't wait. I am excited for that one.
Yeah, we'll have the C-Class sliders on Monday. You can watch me and Leo and Trav now. He's joined the C-Sliders. You can watch all 3 of your broadcasters tonight on Monday in the C-Sliders class. And then you have the B-Class sliders on Tuesday. Wednesday you have the C-Class custom. And then tonight, or next Thursday night, you'll have me. And then it'll be Den Kate back in the booth with me, I hope, next Thursday for B-Class Customs. If he's unable to, might get Leo to join me again. Having a good time tonight.
We'll have to see on that one. That's long-lived thought for anyone wondering who Leo is.
Yep. I forget to do the AKA.
You just call me Sauce at this point.
Not to be confused with his Mexican brother, Salsa.
Pause.
Quickly become a pack of 4 here.
So same 4 guys from the beginning. They're missing the 18 and the 44.
They're a little bit further on back here. They are 5th and 6th, though, still. Just trying to get a look there at who's in that 7th spot. Believe it's Country Caliber. Yeah, it's Country Caliber in the 11. And I believe Bad Fast Marley sits there in that 8th spot, I want to say. He might be a lap down, though. I'm not sure. And then Coach Matt sits in 9th. Trav, who is 10th?
KB Showtime.
KB Showtime.
And I'm battling B Holcomb for 11th right now.
Here's a little bit of a look through the field. Sauce, what do you have your eyes on here as we look down the home stretch here?
As far as this first 4 in the front pack?
I'm just saying in general.
This front pack with excluding the 77 who's in Group C, I'm just gonna stick with Aqua Tag.
Somebody's on pit road. I don't mean to interrupt. I don't know who's on pit road right now.
It's the 2 of Bad Fast Marley. He's been pitting earlier than everybody else. Some interesting strategy play from him.
But probably split it exactly with 1 more pit stop.
How many to go?
53.
53 laps to go here from the Chicagoland Speedway. Ooh, the 77 moves the 37 up the racetrack a little bit. We're going to be 3 wide off of 4. Oh, Taddy's gotten put into the wall. Him and Bro Chase make a little bit of contact, and Taddy's going to be on the receiving end of a blow that I didn't think he saw coming. I'm not sure if Taddy knew that they were 3 wide, but Bad Fast Marley, obviously on new tires, put his aggression out there and got up underneath that 5, sent the 5 up the track a little bit. Now Taddy's getting loose off the corner. Yeah. And so you have a little bit of lap traffic affecting this race for the time being. That's going to allow the 95 to jump out to a bit of a lead. I knew when I saw them going 3 wide, I'm like, this is not going to work, boys. And it didn't.
The 2 car going low, making it 3 wide?
Correct. He was on that bottom lane. I see the 19 of B. Holcomb on pit lane, I believe. He's also been pitting just a little bit earlier than everybody, as well as P. Cola Gator. And if Sauce would agree with me and Trav, rather quiet P. Cola tonight.
A little bit, yeah.
He started towards the back, yeah?
I believe he did.
Yeah, that's just what I was talking about earlier. When you start 12th on back, you're gonna get in the mix and maybe lose that lead pack real quick. Yeah, whether you have a fast car or not, it can happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
And Taddy's coming off a pit lane right now. He pitted earlier.
Okay. Really had no choice after the contact with the wall and getting off pace there. Strategy move from him.
That might have just cut our pack from 4 to 3, just like that. And now it's going to be an interesting play here for this 95, who is going to almost certainly have to pit before the 77 and the 5. So, I can't imagine that Taddy is very happy with the 2 right now.
Nope. And this will be, what, 3rd pit?
Yes.
You guys are on point tonight.
I had some notes.
Tell you what, that 95's leading, but I think the best car on the racetrack right now is that 77. He's got a really good car right now. He's able to turn it down to the bottom of the racetrack and exit a little bit lower than the 95 is, and I think he's got the best car on the track right now.
That was one of my guys to look out for. I didn't pick him for the win, but said to look out for him.
I'm coming down pit road now.
What lap are you pitting on?
45 to go.
45 laps to go here from Chicagoland. We're starting to get down to the wire a little bit. Also, Sauce, the 95 of the Bear was your Thursday night champion. So that's a little... Yep. So he's headed for pit lane right now.
Really?
And he nearly missed pit lane. I'll tell you what, it was close. The 24 on pit lane, the 44 also. DK Brown still out on the racetrack. Here comes the 11 of Country Caliber. He almost wrecks coming onto the pit road. A little bit squirrely. Who is race leader right now, Trav?
Ward Burton.
Alright.
He's jumped out to a bit of a gap here on this 5. That's an interesting play. B. Holcomb's approaching him. He's going to be on fresher tires. Wow. Ward's really gapping the 5 right now. I don't know if the 5's pitting or what. What's going on here?
You gotta be close to pitting. I mean,
I would say the 5 and the 77 are on the same pit strategy.
yep.
They should be.
Unless someone's holding out one more lap this time around.
Let's see what the 77's plans are. He's going to be pitting this time. But the 5 staying out? I did not see him signal.
He may have had the 2 car inside of him. He couldn't, or the 19, I'm sorry. Nope, 5 staying out. See how it goes.
That is not surprising at all.
Nope. That's not.
That's, and you know, Travis and I, the Wednesday night crew, we know a lot about Bro Chase. He loves staying out and getting the fresher tires, even if it's just one or 2 laps more that he'll stay out. That'll give him the freshest tires in the field, without a doubt. He's going to get into pit road cleanly. Believe something might have happened to DK Brown. Unless he's still out on the racetrack, he's had some issues, and Mike RPM's gapped him by quite a bit for that 5th spot. Or excuse me, for that, that 4th spot with Taddy pitting. Taddy might be the race leader now, right?
I'll tell you here in a second.
Oh, he's right there with the 95. That's interesting.
Yep, 95 is in first place.
I believe that's going to put Taddy right there in second. I don't really know how he made that happen, unless he only took 2 tires. But no, that wouldn't really make any sense. That's interesting, Sauce. Taddy hanging with that 95.
It's going to be a very interesting final call here. Some of these guys I think will stay out and get 2 tires. Some guys will have to come in and get 4 tires. So it's going to be all about the strategy here in the last 20 laps of the race.
Did we just lose Sauce? He may have.
I think we did.
I did not see him leave the party. I think he may have stepped away for a moment.
Had something come up over here.
Oh, good. The 95 and 37 were not that far off of each other.
Okay.
Yeah. It was closer than that a little bit ago. They were side by side quite a few laps ago, but this 95 has quite the gap on the 77 and the 5.
Oh, yes.
And here's the thing for these guys. It's probably going to take somewhere between 10 to 15 laps for them to catch the 95.
It's going to take the entire field run before they have to pit. Really. We're looking at how many laps left?
I'll let you know here when I come back around.
40, high 30s.
It's probably somewhere in the 30s. I'll let you know here in a minute. $35.
35 laps to go here. 37 and the 5 really starting to catch this 37. That's not really surprising. Taddy pitted about 7 to 8 laps before them.
About 5 laps will be in our fuel window.
Okay.
And I expect a car like Taddy to hit pit road as soon as that. Yeah, and I expect Taddy to hit pit road as soon as that window opens.
Yep.
Oh, Taddy destroys the wall off of 4. So now it's going to be up to the 77 and the 5 to catch this 95, and I think they will.
I have to agree with you on that. It looks like they a good tandem going.
We'll see if that 44 can get to the 37. That's going to be the battle for 4th. Assuming Taddy decides to stay out a little bit longer. Now here's the one thing you might have to account for here. The 77 and 5 are going to battle a little bit here because they're going to be for the race lead eventually. And it might just come down to the 77 and the 5.
I would have to agree with that as well.
See, Paul Bear GRL in the chat tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Saying Taddy is awesome tonight. It says he thinks the Bear will take the W, but Taddy is rocking it here tonight. Yeah, and Taddy was running up in this top 4, staying with him, and then some contact with the 5 of Bro Chase, along with crazy 3-wide pass from a lap car. Had Taddy get into the wall a little bit, so he's a little bit off sequence with these guys now, but still running up here in the top 5, looking to go for his 3rd win in a row. But it's not looking real good right now, is it, Sauce?
You never know. I think he's pitting right here.
Are we within our window now?
He just signaled.
Yeah, we just hit 30 laps to go.
Taddy is pitting now. Here we go. Good entry, solid. Oh yeah. And that's gonna be his last pit stop.
Meanwhile, you got the 95 not gonna be the leader for long here. The 77 and the 5 are absolutely much faster than the 95 right now.
And that's what you get when, you hold out just a little bit longer. Always catch up. The 2's coming in as well.
These front 3 are staying out on the racetrack for the moment.
Oh, they're gonna stay out as long as they can. I expect Aquatite is coming out the pits at a good exit.
And they have officially caught up to him now.
And they're gonna go for the lead here. They might split him.
The 5 thinks better of it. He'll give a shove to the 77 into the corner. And the 95's just going to let him go. Fall right in line with him.
At that point, yep.
So put last night's winner of Ward Burton up to the front of the pack here at Chicagoland. Looking to take the B Customs after winning the C Customs last night.
Can he make the sweep?
Certainly be an impressive thing.
But I think if the 95 could hang with these 2 up front, he's definitely within shot of winning still.
You got a lap car here of Picola Gator getting ready to go a lap down. He's going to go up to the high side and allow the leaders to pass.
You don't see that often.
Yep, that's not something you see every day. Picola, a competitor on Wednesdays every single week.
25 laps to go.
25 laps to go here from Chicagoland as the 77 and the 5 continue to pull away a little bit from this 95. Might be approaching time for that 95 to go ahead and make his pit stop.
I think he has to hold out until these guys pit. If he goes in earlier, they'll catch him.
In that case, he's going to have to try to stay. Yeah, if he decides to stay out as long as these guys, he's going to have to stay pretty firmly planted on these two.
If he starts to lose anymore, he might as well go in and pit.
He's sticking with them for the time being, though. .14's headed down pit lane. It's been that 77 and that 5 working together all evening. Right now, they're your front two.
Is the 2 a lap down?
Believe he is.
He pitted earlier, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, some contact. He actually managed to keep it out of the wall there, but a little bit of contact between the 77 and the 5, and the 5's going to take the lead there.
Gonna keep the 95 within range.
We're going to see how aggressive the 2 gets. She's on fresher tires. .77 and 95 lagging back here just a little bit. There goes the 2 underneath the 5. Yep, they're using that 2 as a tow, it looks like.
Alright, I'm coming down this time.
See, Taddy has fallen all the way to that 10th position on the track right now. As he just took 21 to go.
20.
What, is Taddy a lap down?
Yep.
Yep, leaders haven't pit yet. 20 to go.
I'm pitting now. Wish me luck, boys.
Good luck. A little bit of spacing here between the leaders now. Got the 5 out front with the 77 about 2.5 car lengths off the lead. And then about another second back to the 95 of the Bear. Yeah, he's hanging in there for the time being. Realistically, Travis, how much longer can these leaders go before having to pit?
Given how late they came in, some of them can probably wait till like 10 laps to go.
I wonder just how many of them actually decide to stay out that long. I mean, you'd have to think that, Sauce, you'd have to think that the 5 would be the one that can stay out longer than these other 2.
Yep, he's got a lap on the 77, a few on the 95, quite a few on the 95. I think it really comes down to, do the leaders, how many laps is it going to take for them to chase you down? That's what you got to go with.
Yep. Well, Bro Chase did a 2-tire stop in Atlanta last week and blew that tire coming across the start-finish line, so you might do something like that again.
Oh. You've seen people all week blow tires going into the... Some people running out of gas too.
Yep.
Is 77 signaling, or is he trying to get some air there?
I couldn't tell. The 95 might be pitting, though.
77's coming in. 95's coming in. I expect to see the 5 stay out at least 2 more laps.
Yep, I agree with that.
And this is gonna decide who our winner is.
We got 15 laps to go right now.
I think now would be a good time to pit this next time if I'm 5 and 18. Unless the 18 already pitted.
18 has already pitted.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't really serve you a whole lot of good to.
And the 5 signaling.
Yep, so the 5 is your leader, and then it's going to be Ward Burton in second. The Bear in third. Coach Matt in the 24 has not pitted yet. Oh, he's on pit road now.
5 gets a clean entry. Oh wow, so the 77, the 44 is past the, yeah, the 77 passed the 37, correct?
The 77 is behind the 37 right now.
Okay, 37 is our leader?
No, the 5 still is the leader.
I'm sorry.
He won't be for long though, since he's pitting.
It should be the 77 who will wind up being the leader.
And 5's coming off. I think the 5 might beat him. No, I am
really
wrong.
close.
I am wrong. 5's gonna chase him down. Here he comes. We're at what, 12 to go, possibly? Ooh, big push by the 95 to the 5.
I'm trying to hold on, catch Sledge here, and hold off Picola.
So this is a curious development, you know. The 70s. Yeah, so the 77 and 95 pitted together, but they are not together on the racetrack. I don't know if something happened, but the 95 had a bit of a slower stop, and him and the 5 are now the ones working together to try to catch the 77.
How many at the line, Trav?
Leaders are coming at 10 to go.
Alright, 10 to go, everyone. And I think he's got enough to catch 77.
The question is what does the 95 have?
Yeah, I'm gonna go a lap
I don't
down.
think he has much for him, honestly. It's in terms of tire wear, it's just the difference. A few laps makes a world of a difference here. Gotta go through some lap traffic. The 5 does. Is that 8 to go?
Yep.
What's it, 9?
Hey Travis, you're up here with the leaders, bud.
Yep.
Right,
Make sure you
5 going
screenshot
on.
it. Make sure you screenshot it. Of course, I'm just giving Travis a hard time.
Oh, Sledge is in the grass.
Yep, I see that.
Right out of
Yep.
the leader. That 7 to go, Trav?
It should be 8 to go.
8 to go, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Okay,
it's the
bro.
5. Yeah, the 5 gets into Trav there. Moves him out of the way a little bit.
Way.
Bit of an aggressive move.
Hey, you gotta be at that point. He's chasing down the leader.
The 5 is obviously faster than the 77. The question is there enough time? And what does the 77 do?
7 to go.
How aggressive does that 77 get? And in that case, then, how aggressive does the 95 get to try to get up to these
They're
leaders?
gonna get extremely aggressive here, I guarantee it.
Coming down the back stretch. 77 with the 5 right behind him, chasing him down. I think he's gonna hog him down.
The thing is, 77 and 5 have been working together all night. They've pitted together except for these last couple of times, but they've been working together all night. Will the buddies choose not to work with each other? How aggressive do they get?
Who are your buddies again?
77 and 5, they've been working together all night.
Oh, my friends,
Or it appears that way.
It's going to go out the window here in a little bit. We're coming to 5 to go.
Remember that.
Go, ladies and gentlemen.
You got to remember that 77 doesn't have anything to lose.
No, he is playing with house money tonight. All right, here we go.
They're approaching that 24 of Coach Matt. How much of a factor will he play? We're approaching 4 to go, correct? Or what is this 4 to go?
Oh, we just took 5 to go, Clay.
Just took 5.
Coming up to 4 to go here. The 24 gets out of the way of the leaders. The 77 and the 5. 5's going to use a little bit of draft on the 24. Coming to 4 to go. Oh, and the 5's got a big run here. Big run in turns 1, the 5 does.
Yes, he does. And the 77 takes his lane.
He's a sitting duck for 77. Here comes the 5. Big push down the back straightaway.
Chase might set up for a last lap pass here, though.
Coming to 3 to go. You don't wanna mess around too long. You wanna go ahead and make that pass.
Three to go here. Your front 2. Last night's winner, trying to get a big win. The 5. Oh, he jacks him up a little bit. With 2 to go.
2 to go here. This is gonna get. Ooh, it's racy.
And they have Shackett. Shackett's gonna give him the bottom.
He's gonna stay for the last lap. It looks like. Oh, here comes the 5 down low on the 77. He's gonna get inside of him.
That might spell the end for the 77, but
he's gonna stick it too.
Here we go.
77's gonna fight back a little bit there. Can't get there. Last lap.
Can Bro Chase hold him off, or does the 77 have anything else? He's gonna use a good run.
And we have lap traffic just ahead of them of the 11.
How much does the 77 send it in here? Tries to back the corner up a little bit. Off of 4, it's going to be Bro Chase.
Bro Chase is going to win. With Burton in second.
I believe that's going to be the Bears sitting there in 3rd.
Yep.
Mike RPM.
Good recovery for the 44. Aquatati.
Aquatati's going to be 5th, and then DK Brown going to be 6th.
Wow,
Then
what a finish.
Bad Fast Marley's going to come home 7th. KB Showtime going to sneak in there for 8th. Holcomb going to sneak in for 9th. And Country Caliber 10th. Trav, you're 11th, right?
Nope, I'm not.
Who's 11th? Shackett?
No, Coach Matt is 11th. Pete Colgator passed me on the last lap for 12th. I'm 13th.
And so we'll work on getting our top 3 here in the booth. What a race. Good run there at the end, and it's Bro Chase getting the win. With a pass with 2 laps to go.
I told you the 5 was going to run him down there. Those tires are everything.
I just thought the 77 might be a little bit more aggressive for the win, considering he didn't have anything to lose. And guess that'll be something to ask him here in this post-race. So, Taddy, if you're listening, we need help getting at least the 77 in here. I'm going to blue screen for a moment. Thank you for that, Taddy. Okay, we are back on air. So as we wait for our top three to get in here, any final thoughts here for you there, Sauce? That was a struggle.
The race turned out exactly how I thought it would. I've already ran twice here this week. It's gonna be strung out. You're gonna the first pack of 6. We saw them separate, and it really came down to who lasted from that pack, and they ended up being the 5 and the 77. 95 followed right behind them as well, but ultimately came down to the 5 and 77, and it was pit strategy.
Just waiting for our top 3. All right, we've got our race winner in here. Bro Chase. Yep. But Bro Chase, a pass with 2 laps to go. You're the winner here at Chicagoland. I know you used that strategy of staying out just a little bit longer than everybody else, and get you the win there, bud. Seems like that's something you're really good at. And how'd you get it done tonight, bud?
I had a pretty good car. It wasn't the best, but it was capable of running top 3, top 5. I just kind of sat around the whole race, run 3rd, 4th, and just rode down the line, and so I could run long at the end, because that's my style of the race, and I just like to be the last one to pit, so I feel like I got control of the race whenever I can run the leaders back down, because better tires than them was huge on this game, and I don't know, I just feel like I can control the race better like that, but I don't know, it just worked out at the end, and I caught the 77 car, and I rode behind him until 2 to go. I made my move going in 3 and 4 because I knew I had 2 lap fresher tires, and if I made it going into 3, I knew I could clear him up off, and then it'd be a drag race. It determined how good he got up off turn 2 if he had my draft or not, and I don't think he had it that good, and I was able to stay far enough away from him where he couldn't get me going in 3 and 4, and just held it up off the corner and ended up winning.
Well, Sauce, do you have anything for our winner tonight?
Yeah, just a great race. Put on the show out there. Good strategy, and you had a fast car out there. It was a good win.
I appreciate it. I appreciate Daddy let me run in the league, and y'all for broadcasting. Appreciate y'all.
Congratulations to you there on the win and on your pole. You were our pole sitter tonight. But it's a good run for you and another win. For our second place finisher, we have last night's winner of Ward Burton, and man, we were sitting up here in the broadcast booth wondering just how aggressive you'd get with the 5. You knew he was catching you, but you didn't really have anything to lose being last night's winner. What happened there at the end? Did you just choose to let him go and settle for second, or how did that really play out in your mind?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Once you started to look to the inside, I kind of got out-strategized in that final stop. I tried to pull a big brain move, I guess you could say, as I like to call it. Coming to the 3rd pit stop, I decided to go with a 1.5 cans of fuel, not thinking that, oh, well, I could probably take a half a can on the final stop and have much less fuel than what I would with 1 can when I came down for the final stop. But needless to say, we came in there. And I knew we had to break up from the 95 at some point. I mean, Bear had been so fast, especially with his strategy, but the only way we would have been able to at least control the race was, hit the same time as Bear or a lap after him, really trying to take advantage of the speed of the car. But Chase played the strategy perfect. I think he said in 2 laps after, if not a lap after, and that half can compared to a can makes much, much more of a difference. And it really helped him on speed, and when he got there to the inside, I mean, I knew at that point I was done. There's no point of wrecking or driving people hard for a win, so in that case, I mean, I'm not here for points. I'm here to, show up to win when I win races, if you get what I mean. This is their championship to chase, not mine, so there's no point in doing that kind of stuff. But, I mean, overall, it just out-strategized, and, I mean, credit to Chase, credit to Bear, too. Bear played a really good strategy all race long. He just had one little mistake that cost him the draft right before that third pit stop, and he started to rebound back. And I think had he maybe taken one lap earlier, I think we're looking at much closer of a race between all of us three. But overall, I mean, great.
And tell me a little bit about that mindset. You know, you won last night in the C Customs. You get invited to race here tonight. You run up in the front pack all race. It was at 6 at one point. Then it went down to 5, and then it went down to 4. Finally, it kind of got all spread out there at the end. What was just the game plan and the mindset for tonight? Did you expect this?
I did expect it to get spread out with it being 50% no stages and the pit stops and so on. You know, really after pit stop number 2, it started to get spread out. And the one thing Chase that planned to play to benefit all night long is that him and I were around each other, so we kind of understand each other's tendencies and how we drive and so on. And him and I went the long strategy the first 2 stops where we were just going, and Bear was kind of by himself, running back down with those fresh tires and try to just continue to expand the gap. I think once we got to even seconds and everyone made their mistakes, I know DK and Mike got lag pop, so that kind of cost his race. But needless to say, I knew once we kind of got spread out and then Patty went off sequence on a strategy, that's when I knew. I'm like, all right, we can do something here. Even if we don't win, we have a top 3 result kind of in the bag. And again, I mean, to me, it was expected. Just let the race come to me, as long as I can stay clean. I mean, that's the big part about this, and thankfully we were able to, especially in a caution-free race.
Well, it was a hell of a run. Sauce, do you have anything for our second place finisher?
No, I was gonna, pretty much ask questions just about, going into it with it not being for points. You kind of just playing with house money there. Good run tonight, Brendan.
Thank you.
And on to our third place finisher of the Bear. And, buddy, you were my pick tonight, and almost made me look real smart for picking you, but it was still quite the run for you, and it's a third place finish. How'd you make that happen? I know you seemed like one of the fastest ones all night, and like they said, kind of made a little bit of a mistake there before the last pit stop, but it's still a third place finish for you, and a great run. Walk me through tonight.
Well, I mean, we just did what we came to do, which is run up front and lead laps and, kind of control the pace of the race, which I felt like we were doing. And then, I could never get the gap I wanted to get off of pit road in between the cycles and stops to where I could maintain a gap by myself. It would take them, half the fuel run to run me back down, and then they would get to me, and then we would just kind of ride there, and then after the third stop, they finally caught back up to me again, and I was like, well, I'm going to let them go by right here, and I'm just going to sit behind them and let them pull me around and watch what they do, and then I was going to react to what they done, but I got down into turn 3, I think it was about 16, 17 to go, and I touched the apron and lost the draft to those guys, and I was on older tires than they were, so I was just really just riding, and it cost me about a second on the track in between the 2 laps that I was going to pit on, and I seen Moore duck off, and I tried to jump in there and get him at the same time so I could be hooked on to him, and I just came off too far separated from him, and then Chase came out of pit road in front of me, and I knew he was on better tires, and I said, well, I'm not going to cost him or hold him up any. I just gave him a shot going into 3 and got him going, and let him go up there and go run Moore down for the win. I mean, we led a lot of laps this season. We just ain't found victory lane yet, but it'll be all right.
Well, it was another stellar run for you. Sauce, you got anything for our third place finisher?
Heck of a run tonight.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Congratulations there to our top 5 or top 3, and congratulations there to Bro Chase on the win. So as we look to wrap things up here just a little bit, Sauce, I had a fun time running this one here tonight with you. We get a final rundown of the results.
That was a great time. Thanks for having me here. What are you looking forward to next week at Pocono for this group?
I'm just interested to see how clean they keep it. A lot of league races at Pocono tend to be fairly caution-filled. But these guys are some of the best in league racing in general, so I think they'll do just a fine job managing their tires and managing each other, and I just think they'll do a great job.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
As we look at our final results for the final time, Bro Chase picks up your win. Ward Burton there in second. The Bear third. Mike RPM rebounds to a fourth place finish. Taddy rebounds to a fifth place finish. DK Brown finishes in sixth. Bad Fast Marley seventh. KB Showtime fights through some adversity to finish eighth. B Holcomb ninth. Country Caliber rounds out your top 10. 11th belongs to Coach Matt. Picola Gator comes home in 12th. Travis finishes in 13th. Racehead 14th. Sludge 15th. And Shackett rounds out your field in the 16th spot. So from everybody here at GC Sports, myself, Sauce, Travis Tyson for helping out in the booth tonight, and all of you guys that tuned in, I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. And make sure to tune in next week. Have a great evening, everybody.
Take care, everybody.